I looked at the needs for the community, and I thought that knocking down the building will be even more expensive than just putting a coat of paint. So we thought, well, we should try it and give some life to the community instead of thinking of getting rid of the things that are good as assets for the community. As soon as I came to the parish, everybody were talking about Monsignor Bill Quinn, who was a pastor here. He was really big in social services, working with Cesar Chavez. So when we thought about a community center, then everybody mentioned, they say, how about Bill Quinn? So that was the idea. I've never had an idea of how will this become and how important Quinn Center will be for the community. But one of the first hopes was to bring everybody together and to also kind of send a message of life, that there's good things happening in Maywood. One of the mottos for us was, if this is a work of the Spirit, this has come from God, then it will be successful.
Entonces, para mí lo primero que recuerdo es que había muy claramente la idea de hacer esta escuela que estaba cerrada por 10 años, casi 11 años, hacerla un lugar para la comunidad, preguntarle a la comunidad qué harían si este edificio se abriera. Entonces, el club de la comunidad, familias en la comunidad empezaron a dar ideas. Necesitamos programas de after school, necesitamos clases de inglés, clases de español. So ya había muchas organizaciones ayudando con el Soup Kitchen y el Food Pantry, y Loyola, la Universidad de Dominican. Ellos ya estaban aquí queriendo ayudar y decir cómo podemos nosotros hacer una colaboración con Santa Eulalia. For me, Quinn, it was very clear that it was an extension of the Eucharist. When we come together, break bread together, and receive the body of Christ, then Quinn was an opportunity for people to become the body of Christ for one another, through teaching each other line dancing, teaching each other cooking, learning from one another about, giving food to those who need it, but also getting to know who were those people who need it. How can we fight together or work together for ending hunger?
Los primeros días éramos 5 personas trabajando. Soy de las personas que empezó, Quinn. Yo tengo 10 hijos, ya sabes, han participado en todos los programas. Para mi familia es bien importante Quinn Center porque nos hemos criado aquí.
It's very helpful. Like at my house, sometimes I can't do homework because just too much people around me. So then I just come here and I can do homework and I can relax, and when I finish, I can just go home right next door. And it's a very welcoming environment.
We're a jack of all trades. We have nutrition classes, we have dance classes, we have art classes, we have our tutoring program, which is the kids would come in and we would do about an hour or so of tutoring, and then some sort of activity, open gym, something for the kids to just get out of the house and have a place to come that's not stuck on school or their own life.
I think it's the energy though. Every single interaction is what makes Quinn. The kids are always eager to see you. They count on you to be here. But it's not only the kids, it's the staff. Everyone is definitely welcoming, and it's like a second home.
I've been coordinator of the Soup Kitchen since it began and have been on board with the Quinn Center ever since we started. People who come to the Soup Kitchen do not just come for the food. They come for the connections and the feeling that you say, I didn't see you last week, how are you? Is everything okay?
Maywood is an area that has suffered from historical disinvestment, as well as systemic racism, and really the Quinn Center is one of those places that offers hope to the community, as a place where people can come, really figure out what their passions are, work together, and work alongside their neighbors to improve their quality of life.
It's been really amazing to see the physical changes of the building, but also the inclusiveness of all the different community partners, the collaborations of all the different organizations working together to really plan and work together for sustainable outcomes that will affect the community members. We've been able to partner with the Quinn Center to support the weekly soup kitchens and do nutrition education fairs along with different students from Loyola. So it's really a testament to the commitment of partnerships and collaborations.
We believe that the best way to learn is with the community and hands-on experiential education. So I think if we are able to do that in an ethical and a very conscientious way, my hope is that we can have more of those partnerships and have our students engage with Quinn, with the community members in Maywood, and learn from them. I think our students come with great talents, but they are able to use those talents when they're involved with the community. So I think this is just a great place to have that opportunity for them to learn, to engage, and to be a part of the community and really immerse with the mission and with the goals of what Quinn represents.
Well, I felt Quinn about 12 years ago. I used to live right across the street right there on 9th. So I ran into Gabriel. Gabriel gave me a job over here. Then from there, I started working around here ever since then.
When we first came here, we were like in transition in between housing. And so we was introduced to the Housing Forward program through the Quinn Center. They assisted us, and then when we did find an apartment, the Quinn helped us with our first move in and everything. And we're still there in the same place for like 5-6 years. I liked the Quinn Center. What I liked about the Quinn Center most of all was how diverse it was and how family-oriented it was. The Quinn Center, what they did was they don't just involve themselves with the one person, they try to help the whole family. And I learned a lot of resources through Quinn Center that I didn't know we had opportunity to do. It's like an anchor in the community where people can come for so many resources and ways of support. I think that this organization and this ministry of St. Eulalia and Sacred Heart now, it's such an integral part of Maywood.
The mental health first aid trainings that we've done are so wonderful, and they have provided such valuable information to so many people in both English and in Spanish. Mental health is so dependent on the resources and services available within the community, and so I see Quinn as such an integral partner in working to provide those resources and services and making it so one day we don't need a mental health first aid training because we know how to care for ourselves and for our community.
To have a center that offers a safe haven, a light in a lot of darkness that children were facing, that's what I kind of see the Quinn Center as being, as a safe place for them to come, because that's one thing that's lacking is after school activities and safe places for kids to go and be involved in things that will keep them off the streets.
Mi mamá nos crió a mí y a mis otros 2 hermanos de hacer pasteles y llegando aquí al Quinn Center nos dio la oportunidad de dar clases a las mujeres. Gracias a Gabriel nos ayudaron a conseguir la licencia del Safe Serve gratuita por cursos y eventos que hay aquí.
Yo perdí a mi madre y estaba yo muy deprimida, andaba buscando ayuda. Y es de que por eso vine aquí. Pues Gabriel no encontraba ni cómo la forma de ayudarme. Me llevó él a tomar unas clases allá de manualidades y todo eso. Y entonces después le digo, bueno, ¿por qué no mejor formamos un grupo también aquí en Santa Eulalia? No hay nada. Para ver qué. Y dice, no, pues sí. Y pues formamos un grupo. Yo seguí con lo de mi comida y todo. Aún todavía hasta la vez sigo trabajando en eso. Y pues eso me ayudó bastante.
Empecé con la educación religiosa con Santa Eulalia, a traer a mis hijas al catecismo, que había más cosas aquí para los niños, tutoría, el campamento de verano, clases para adultos, y ha sido una experiencia muy bonita. Esperemos que tengan un poco más de apoyo para los adolescentes y las familias que sí lo necesitan.
Me gustó mucho y me gusta siempre estar involucrada en lo que viene siendo voluntaria dentro de las áreas de los niños donde están mis hijos. Me gusta involucrarme en saber cómo trabajan los maestros, qué es lo que se puede hacer. Ayudar con otros niños es una de las cosas que a mí me gusta mucho, cooperar con lo que yo puedo. El regresar aquí fue como regresar a la familia, como estar en familia. Es una bendición estar aquí en el centro porque todos te reciben con los brazos abiertos.
It has been wonderful to hear all of the lovely stories from the families and the volunteers that have been part of the community here at Quinn. I think of Father Carmelo talking about community being the focus of the center in the early days, and that really is what drew me here. I remember my first day here during my interview with Sheila Ferrari giving me a warm hug. And that really solidified what the Quinn Center stands for, and that is community. Without community, we can't serve, and without community, there is no connection. And I'm so excited and so honored to be serving as the executive director here during our 10-year anniversary. Thank you so much for your support over the last 10 years. I look forward to seeing you all around the campus at the Quinn Center. Thank you, and God bless.